Florida county bans books on true story on gay penguins, citing fear of don't say gay law. A county in Florida has banned 3 children's books, including one about 2 gay male penguins who adopt an egg, claiming that the books run afoul of Florida's don't say gay law. Lake County Schools has banned and Tango Makes Three, an award-winning children's book based on the true story of 2 gay male penguins in Central Park Zoo, who adopted an egg and raised the baby penguin, hatched from it as their own. The school system has also banned A Day with Marlon Bundo, a story about a rabbit, the pet of former Vice President Pence, who falls in love with another male rabbit, and In Our Mother's House, a book about a family being headed by a lesbian couple, according to popular information. The justification for the removing of the books from library shelves was that the books contain content prohibited by Florida's Parental Rights and Education law, dubbed the Don't Say Gay Law, which prohibits classroom instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity, or sexual instruction on grades K to 3, and requires that any material broaching those topics in older grades be age-appropriate or developmentally appropriate. None of the books have content that would be considered sexual. Still, administrators have defended the decision, arguing that any information about the LGBTQ+ community, including books with LGBTQ+ characters, is inappropriate for elementary school students. I can't believe this is happening again. Those books sound so wholesome.
Yeah.
I want to read that.
And Tango Makes Three is it's not fiction. Yeah. It's a true story about 2 penguins that helped hatch an egg and decided to give it a good upbringing. I don't understand.
Well, the truth is meaningless to those people.
Listen, you know what should be taken out of the libraries right now? Little Red Riding Hood. It talks about avoiding a sexual predator.
Right.
All right? I mean, think about that. And that's allowed
so
to be
many
read.
fairy tales, right?
I think Mike Pence might have gotten a little hurt by it. So,
yeah. The sad thing, and we hit it immediately, how do we modify our advocacy in 2023 to fight this kind of thing? Right. Because literally, this is a factual story of what happened in the Central Park Zoo. Mm-hmm. It is a fact of nature, and to deny it is basically denying the idea of, wait, the world is flat, it's not round. It's denying that there was a Holocaust. It was just a disagreement among friends. When you deal with people that are election deniers in this way, that are willing to say there is no truth, how do we deal with it? So it's ridiculous. This story is ridiculous. The important thing of the ridiculousness of the story is how do we modify and get popular support of the ridiculousness of the lie here, and why they shouldn't have the power to enforce and do what they're doing.
Well, I think we have to tell the people that it's a lie. We can't be, trying to fight for civility politics, and what they're doing right now is
when there's evidence.
History. Right. And also, I think we should be arguing to the GOP base. I can't remember that study. I think last time I was here, we read a study that said a large percentage of even people in the GOP were against the Don't Say Gay law. And so when we keep speaking to them, go on Fox News and argue to them why their party is not talking about issues like housing, or we just had a session with property insurance. Why isn't that a priority? But
why isn't that important?
You know, what we have to do is what we do is how we combat this is we keep shining. It's what we keep doing, okay? My Hollywood Pride is going to bring back their story time, right? With Misty Eyes. That was a huge hit last year, and it was so beautiful to see this beautiful woman sitting there to these kids from like 4 to 12 reading a story, and they were loving it, okay?
They were rapt, right?
One of the little girls, right, went back to school the next week. I got this story from Todd, right? One of the little girls went back to school the next week, and her assignment was to look for somebody that inspired her, right? So they thought, find somebody from history. The little girl wanted to do her report on Misty Eyes, the drag queen who had read a kid's story at My Hollywood Pride.
It's really beautiful.
That is.
That's how we change the world, one person at a time.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.